Association Conference and Expo. My name is Bruce Goodin. I'd like to welcome you to Lead and Live Better, the Power Hour with Seth Cohen. My law firm, Early Petriello, Goodin and Plaza, is proudly sponsoring this class today. We've been members of the NJAA for almost 20 years, and we are counsel to property owners, property management companies, and landlords throughout the state of New Jersey. We assist our clients in all aspects of property ownership, from targeting and acquiring property through sale, and all the fun stuff in between. I am the senior attorney in charge of our landlord-tenant department, and I'm also currently the author of the Landlord-Tenant Bench Manual published by the State Bar and distributed to all landlord-tenant judges throughout the state. For some brief announcements, please take out your cell phone and put it on silent or vibrate mode. It is terribly disturbing to the attendees and the speaker if they go up during the presentation. Additionally, if you have not already done so, please be sure to have your badge scanned by the room proctor sitting at the table outside. At the conclusion of the course, please complete the evaluation survey, which will assist NJAA with future planning. NJAA requests that you remain present for the duration of the class, and there will be an opportunity to ask questions. Seth, we're taking questions.
We'll take some questions.
As the program proceeds, if you have any questions that are on topic, on point, Seth welcomes you to join in. It'll keep everybody here stimulated. So now it is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to introduce our speaker, Seth Cohen. Seth, as you will hear, is passionate about his work. He likes what he does. He joined B&E Real Estate Group in 2004, and he's an executive vice president and the head of operations. As executive vice president, they let you wear sneakers to work.
They do.
At B&E.
Change the dress code.
He's primarily responsible for overseeing day-to-day operations of the company's multifamily portfolio and directs all property management activities. He also plays a role in the development of new communities, providing financial approvals and operation guidance through underwriting, planning, and constructive stages of new projects. He's a graduate of Boston University, where he majored in finance. He's the co-founder of the New Jersey Real Estate Executives Group of Jewish Federation of Greater Metro West New Jersey, also known as REX, R-E-X. He's also the founder and creator of a leadership, motivation, and wellness website, sethdcohen.com. And please join me in welcoming your speaker, Seth Cohen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bruce. Highly recommend your law firm for any landlord-tenant issues.
Thanks, Seth.
All right, so welcome everybody. And if everybody can just take a second and bring out their business card real quick. Hold it up in the air. I would greatly appreciate it. Hold them up. All right, here's what we're going to do. Your name, your title.
Brad Schwartz, president.
Your name, your title.
Barbara Karp, leasing professional.
Who else wants to go? Your name, your title.
Hi, I'm Rachel, marketing director.
All right. What if I told you that nothing on that card matters except for your name when it comes to leadership? Nothing on that card except for your name means anything when it comes to leadership. Because you are the only one that can make yourself lead. Your title does not matter. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Your title does not matter when it comes to leadership. Nor does where you work, nor does the address, nor does your email address, nor does your phone number. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to rip up our cards. So everybody rip them up. We're going to make it rain like it's New Year's Eve. And we're going to... You're going to... So I want everybody to forget their titles right now, okay? So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about leadership. Why? Because the workforce has dramatically changed. Mostly driven by millennials, technology, and of course the Great Recession. And it's time to re-engage and inspire people. Most importantly, it's time to create real, authentic leaders, not wannabes. Our generation and all generations are craving new leadership. What is leadership, first of all? It's the process of influencing people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation. Purpose, direction, and motivation. The new leadership recipe consists of action, compassion, versatility, accountability, and freshness. It doesn't include being indifferent, stiff, absent, or soulless. A leader is not a ringmaster, a quarterback, or a conductor. A leader is a designer, an implementer of culture, a cheerleader. They lead us to lives that matter. They're courageous, rebellious. They shape, they fix, they connect, and question, and simply make you want to excel at the highest level. While wannabe leaders demand love and respect, authentic leaders earn it on merit. So here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to introduce you to what I think are the 16 most important leadership traits, otherwise known as power moves. No matter your title, no matter your role, these moves will allow you to become a remarkable leader, and hopefully allow you to skip that wannabe leader role. It's so important for your growth to understand the difference between a wannabe leader and a true leader, and hopefully you'll be able to discover that today. I also want this presentation to be interactive. So if you have any questions along the way, please ask them. If you have a story you want to share, share it. We will all become leaders by learning from each other. I can stand up here for the next hour and preach to you guys. I really don't want to do that. So let's learn from everybody. One key trait of leadership is to reduce your fears. Don't be afraid to share your fears, and hopefully we can all learn from each other. So let's get started. We're going to talk about the first power move, which is establishing vision. Establishing vision starts with a long, hard look in the mirror. Establish who you want to become a leader. Because leadership is determined by technical ability, yes, but mostly it's determined by your character and your reputation. You can't just preach loyalty, it has to be earned. So who are you? Who do you want to be? What do you want in life? What's holding you back? You need a plan. First and foremost, you need a plan for yourself. It all starts with you first. You cannot lead a team until you start working on you first. When you're on an airplane, a flight attendant will say, in an emergency, make sure that you put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. Anybody know why? Well, because if you run out of oxygen,
You can't help anyone else.
you can't help anybody else, right? So leadership starts with you first. So let's just look at this picture. Do you want to be Brad Pitt, or do you want to be Mr. Bean? All right? Brad Pitt looks very confident. He looks like he knows where he's going. Mr. Bean looks lost, has no idea what's going on, looks like he needs some glasses, can't make out the street signs. So ask yourself, where are you going? Where do you want to go? As I said before, being a leader starts with yourself. You don't have to be the head honcho, the big boss. Again, it doesn't matter what your title is. You don't even need the word manager in your title. Anyone can be a leader by simply recognizing your own self-truths, your weaknesses. Everybody has them. We all do. Maybe you're a little disorganized. Or maybe you struggle with procrastination. Whatever it is, identify it. Come up with a plan to conquer it, and then crush it. And your strengths? Are you a good problem solver? Do you work well with others? Capitalize on those strengths. As these engines start turning, you will feel confident, and you're going to be like, I got this. And the confidence is going to start oozing. And what's going to happen is you're going to start becoming like this top guy, Brad Pitt. Maybe you won't become Brad Pitt, but why not, right? People will start to notice. The more confidence you ooze, people will start to notice. They will want to be part of your team. You're going to start turning heads. People around you will look to what they believe in, and that's confidence, right? It's up to you to give them something to believe in. Establishing vision, once firm within yourself, will naturally extend to your professional goals and lift you amongst your peers. You gotta learn to drive your own car before you can drive the bus. On to number 2, power move. Build bigger. All right, so you got this vision, right? You're working on yourself, you figured out who you are, where you want to go, you've got this brand new attitude, you're rocking and rolling. You're feeling hot and confident, it's a beautiful day, you're drinking your Starbucks or whatever you guys drink, you might be listening to Taylor Swift, who knows. But then you realize, I'm only as good as me standing right here. And you got to build beyond that, right? You got to build beyond you to all the people that work with you. And you need to build trust. Employees that trust you and feel safe with you know that you are going to get them to the Holy Grail, whatever that Holy Grail is. But it's all about trust. It's this trust, this initial instinctual agreement that will set the tone for every trip that these employees take with you. And it's a trust that needs to be continuously and mutually nurtured, reestablished every single day. Truth is undefeated because there will always be roadblocks in traffic, things out of your control, and each day people working with you are going to rely on you, and you're going to rely on them. To ask for accountability, you must display accountability. To gain respect, you have to give it. Power is the prize of responsibility. Accountability is its price. Like starting a new friendship, when building your team, don't just assemble it, develop it, feed it, spend time on it. And like a friendship, choose to surround yourself with those who uplift you, that you can learn from, grow from, look to one another. Empower your teams and let them do the work. Remember that just because you're a leader does not mean that you have all the answers. Grow a team whose opinions and perspectives fill the voids of your personal vision, your inner truths. Then allow yourself to respect, rely, and grow together versus individually. In my day-to-day, I spend a lot of time trying to put teams together, the best ones at all our properties. And trust me, I have failed many a times. I've fallen on my face many times. But it's from these that you learn how to staff correctly and who you want to surround yourself with. So always try to learn from your mistakes and surround yourself with the best people. And don't be afraid to go big. But just understand that it takes time, patience, and finally, trust. All right, we're on to number 3. Do you think that this bachelor cares one bit about the quality of conversation? He's just looking to get to the final rose, into that final hotel stay, whatever they call it, right? That's all he wants. But as a leader, you better care about conversation. Because the workplace has so many different social complexities. This employee is an emotional roller coaster. This one can't communicate. This one's on their phone all the time and Instagram. And this one's a poster child for the perfect employee. But when you as a leader can turn your workforce and teams into a community, I want to stress a community, and put all the baggage behind you, amazing things can and will happen. Allowing employees to be seen and heard actually makes people feel good. Let's say it again. Allowing employees to be seen and heard actually makes people feel good. Come out of your shell. Talk to people. Find out what drives them. But you need to turn off the bullshit meter to accomplish this. If you want to spark engagement, you can't be fake. And you need to listen. You don't always have to speak. All right? Sometimes you need to close the mouth. And you can't live with the notion that you only need you. You need your entire team. I remember many years ago I hired somebody and I was just trying to fill a void. And this guy could not communicate for the life of him. And I was like, what did I get myself into here? Then I sat down with him and I engaged with him. I spoke to him. I was like, why can't you communicate? And he told me what was on his mind and what was holding him back. Now, he's a communication master. So sometimes all it takes is a push and a talk to spark success. Number 4. Joe DiMaggio said, number 4, be the example. Joe DiMaggio said, a person always doing his or her best becomes a natural leader just by example. This baby is a natural born leader. Don't you agree? Right? He came out of the womb leading. Look at the hair on him. Right? So don't just be busy trying to act like a leader. Be a leader who gets results. And this is what I call get the F up. That means that if you plan on leading behind a desk or through a phone or through email, you will fail. Your teams need to see you at the property, walking the halls, wherever your job takes you. You have to be present. When I first started in the business, I had a boss who told me 2 pieces of advice. Never buy a property without walking the dirt. And 2, never manage from a chair. You can only see so much from a chair. Standing up gives you a different perspective. Right? Be selfless, not selfish. I just want to know from some other people in here, what roles did you start out in? Anybody want to? You.
I was a porter,
You're a porter. Where are you now?
maintenance supervisor.
Maintenance supervisor. Anybody else start from the bottom and work themselves up? Right? Almost all the people in here?
Brad's still there.
Brad's still there. What I want you guys to remember is that somebody started in the same shoes that you started out in, okay? Like Benny said, he started out as a porter, became a maintenance manager. You don't get much better than that, right? You can never forget the path that you took because somebody is on the same path as you. Never forget that. So always make sure that you are the example. And just because you're not in their shoes anymore, you better feel what they went through. You know what they went through. Don't forget it. Number 5 power move is have a soul. I don't know if you can see this. This is 2 tigers concerned about each other. So I've been accused from time to time for having a cold heart. A former employee told me that I'm unapproachable and I'm an asshole. My friend Barbara here has cursed me out many a times. I don't think any of this is true. I'm so nice to everybody. But if you can bring a better life, both inside and out, to your teams, you're a leader. Guaranteed you are a leader. Not a wannabe, but a true leader. Don't let anybody tell you that caring and having a heart is for the weak. It's actually for the strong. How do you do this? You gotta let them see your soul. three ways they can see your soul. One is through awareness. All right? Be aware of what is going on with your teams. If you see somebody having a bad day, ask them, what is wrong? Right? If somebody's having a great day, ask them, why is everything so great today? Why are you in such a great mood? Understand what makes your employees tick. Understand what makes them happy, what makes them sad. That is a key to leadership. Number 2 is action. And we'll discuss this more later. But you have to serve as a role model and a doer. Okay? A leader is a doer. As I said in the past, you cannot just sit in your chair and expect results. Number 3, responsibility. Show initiative and have integrity. Having a soul doesn't mean you're soft. Just realize that feelings are always part of the workplace. But the one who makes your teams, be the one who makes your team smile. Don't just steal people's soul away. All right? You have to be able to interact with your teams and understand what drives them. Have a heart, have a soul. Number 6 power move is called out your ego. Pharrell Williams,